Before I begin this video, I want to wish all of you out there a very happy and healthy new year. I hope all your goals and dreams become a reality in 2019. And shout out to all the people out there that have already been screaming, "New year, new me," but reality is, it's the new year, but it's the same old you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my Wrestle Kingdom 13 preview and predictions video. What a way to kick off the year. My first video of the year after getting trashed, literally drunk and high, New Year's Eve. It's back to the swing of things. New Japan Pro Wrestling is about to have their biggest show of the year this coming Friday, live from the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan, January the 4th. And for a lot of people that may not be familiar with New Japan Pro Wrestling or may not be familiar with Wrestle Kingdom is to New Japan Pro Wrestling what WrestleMania is to WWE. It's arguably their biggest show of the year. They have it in this giant dome venue called the Tokyo Dome, which is a baseball stadium. It's an awesome place to have a wrestling event. And hats off to New Japan for every single year doing it on January 4th. Like literally last year, I believe January 4th was like on a Wednesday or a Tuesday. It falls on a random day, but they are tradition. They stick to that date, January 4th. Like WWE with WrestleMania, they'll have it April 1st or April 8th or April 7th. It's on a Sunday. New Japan, they don't give a fuck. January 4th, even if it's on a Tuesday, we'll have it on Tuesday. But anywho, the show will be available live on New Japan World. It'll be available live on Fight.tv. Or if not, if you are not able to watch it live, you can catch the replay through New Japan World. Or if not, believe it or not, this Friday at 8 in the morning, once Wrestle Kingdom ends with the live feed, Access TV will have it available on a replay. So for those of you out there, there's numerous ways to catch the show. I'm going to try to sit throughout the entire show live, watch the show live. I've tried doing it before. Like I remember trying to sit here watching Wrestle Kingdom 9. That was probably the first Wrestle Kingdom I've watched, Wrestle Kingdom 9. Try to watch it live, and I ended up falling asleep. I remember Wrestle Kingdom 10, I tried sitting there watching the whole show live, and then I fell asleep. It just happens. Wrestle Kingdom 11 wasn't able to watch it live because I had a morning job. Even last year as well, I had a morning job, so I wasn't really able to watch the show live like I would love to. But this year, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a go, and let's see how things progress. But as always, give me your thoughts in the comment threads below or your predictions. What match are you looking forward to seeing? Who do you see winning and all that fun stuff? Or if not, let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven. Believe it or not, I will be tweeting throughout this show. Now, overall with this show, I am excited because, again, it's their biggest show of the year, and the year just started, and New Japan with Wrestle Kingdom, they always hit you with the follow that to every single wrestling promotion out there. And 9 times out of 10, Wrestle Kingdom always tends to be the show of the year. And keep this in mind, the year just started, by the way. So I'm looking at this card. There's about 10 matches on the card if you want to count the kickoff show, or which is going to be a gauntlet match. But anywho, the first match, if you want to really call it the kickoff show, if you will, is going to be a gauntlet match to determine the number one contenders to the never open weight 6-man tag team championships. You have the most violent player, Togi Makabe, Toriano, and Taguchi versus Yuji Nagata, Jeff Cobb, David Finlay versus Chaos, Hiroki Goto. Hiroki Goto being relegated to the fucking kickoff show. What the fuck, New Japan? Beretta and Chucky T versus Suzuki-gun's Minoru Suzuki. The fact that Minoru Suzuki is on the kickoff show as well, it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Minoru Suzuki is a bad motherfucker. I'm just saying right now. I said this numerous times. I said this like last year. Imagine you dating a girl, right? And you find out that her father is Minoru Suzuki. What the fuck would you do? You have Suzuki with Lance Archer and Davey Boy Smith. Then you have the Elite, Hangman Page, Yujo Takahashi, and Marty Scurll. So I guess the winners, whoever wins this, will face the I want to say the Bullet Clubs of Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and I want to say Taiji Ishimori at New Year's Dash, which is like the Raw after Mania for New Japan, which is the next day in Korakuen Hall. I'll be honest, looking at this whole thing, how can you bet against Suzuki-gun? How can you bet against Minoru Suzuki? So I'm going to go with them. Because why the hell not? I just feel like it's weird that there's some of these guys that deserve to be on the main card and they're being relegated to this kickoff show. Like, think about it. Last year, Marty Scurll was in that Fatal 4-Way against Will Ospreay, against, I want to say, Yujiro Takahashi to determine the IWGP Lightweight Champion, and also Kushida as well. And now, fast forward a year later, he's in this kickoff show match, if you will. Minoru Suzuki as well. It's kind of weird, but hey, I guess things happen. It just is what it is. What's going to kick off the main card, by the way, is Shut Up and Take My Money, the match I'm actually looking forward to. Kota Ibushi defending the Never Openweight Championship versus Will Ospreay. This is the kind of match that's going to go all over the place. This is the kind of match that could easily main event a pay-per-view. In America, that is, right? It's crazy because if you go on social media, I think it was Ospreay on Instagram, he referenced how Ibushi was like one of his mentor, one of his inspirations, and now his inspiration is becoming his rival, and how they're going to tend to steal the show. And you know what? I would not be surprised if they actually go out there and steal the show. All the crazy near falls, all the crazy dives from probably top of the fucking security rail, what have you, all that crazy shit. It's going to be off the fucking chain. And the fact that it's opening the show, you could even say this is probably the match of the night. You could even say, oh my God, they're going to steal the entire show and make everyone, give everyone a hard time to follow that match. That being said, I'm going to go with Kota Ibushi winning this match, even though at the same time, nothing against Will Ospreay, but I'm going to go with Kota Ibushi here, retaining the Never Openweight Championship. Because let's be real about it. How are you going to bet against Kota Ibushi? Kota Ibushi never loses. Come on, let's be real about it here, okay? We then have a 3-way tag team match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. You have Suzuki-Guns, Kanemaru, and El Desperado defending the tag titles versus Roppongi 3K, Sho and Yo, and LIJ's Bushi and Shingo. It should be a fun match. Honestly, it's not really my cup of tea. That being said, I would love to see Bushi and Shingo become the new tag team champions here. A part of me really feels like Shingo, as part of LIJ, is a good addition. Some people would say it's him replacing Takahashi. Again, we don't know how long he'll be out, but at the same time, it's kind of weird too. It's a Wrestle Kingdom without Yujiro Takahashi. I've always been a fan of his. I've enjoyed his matches, and it's one of those things where it's like, yo, you're doing a Wrestle Kingdom, and there's no Yujiro Takahashi. Kind of weird. But I'm going to go with LIJ's Bushi and Shingo to become the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champ. But again, it should be a fun match nonetheless. We then have Tomohiro Ishii versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the British Heavyweight Championship. I believe this is a Rev Pro title. Now, keep this in mind. The last couple of years, Ring of Honor has had the honor, I guess, of having the Ring of Honor World title being defended at Wrestle Kingdom, and this year it looks like it's going to be Rev Pro. But why not? I think if you're Rev Pro, you're fed off the UK, give your title that exposure, give your Fed that exposure. I'm all for it. Why the hell not? It should be a fun match. Ishii and Zack Sabre Jr. Why the hell not? It's going to be a fucking amazing match. We all know how crazy Zack Sabre Jr. can be. We all know how insane Ishii is as well. His never give up mentality. It is one of those things where these two are going to go out there and just beat the holy fuck out of each other. I'm just saying that right now. That being said, though, I am going to go with Zack Sabre Jr. I feel like Zack Sabre Jr. had a very good year in New Japan in 2018 when the New Japan Cup had a good showing in the G1. He came close of beating Okada for the world title. He even made Tanahashi submit in the finale of the New Japan Cup. So, all that being said, I'm going to go with Zack Sabre Jr. I feel like he is going to walk out, becoming the new British heavyweight champion for Rev Pro. And again, it's a Brit becoming a champion. Why the hell not, right? We then have a 3-way tag team match, another 3-way, by the way, for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. You have the Girls of Destiny of Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga defending their tag title versus LIJ, Sonata, and Evil, and then also the Young Bucks from the Elite. Now, as you guys know, Sonata and Evil did win the World Tag League Tournament a couple of months ago, and they are scheduled to face the Tag Team Champions at Wrestle Kingdom. The Young Bucks added their names to the mix. I'll be honest with you guys, the fact that the Bucks became heavyweights, at first I was okay with it, it was good, but then again, it just felt like lackluster. Don't get me wrong, there were matches that we saw, like Evil and Sonata versus the Bucks, which was fine and dandy to see, the Bucks versus GOD, but at the same time, I just feel like, just there. The Bucks were just there as heavyweight tag teams. That being said, with the whole talk of AEW and the Bucks being out of Ring of Honor and looks like they're on their way out from New Japan Pro Wrestling, I would not be surprised if the Young Bucks do the honors here and take the pin. And I do see, believe it or not, I do see Evil and Sonata becoming once again the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. Because again, you got to think about this too. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa will be defending as well the Never 6-person tag titles as well at New Year's Dash the next day. So you can't have them have 2 wins in a row. Just can't do it. I'm sorry. We then have Cody defending the IWGP US title versus Juice Robinson. This is a rematch from the show that they did in Long Beach or in San Francisco, one or the other. And the match was okay. I remember, was it 2 years ago? Cody's first match in New Japan was Wrestle Kingdom 11. It was against Juice Robinson. So they're coming back at it again in the same venue. Juice Robinson, let's be real about it, is a better wrestler than he was 2 years ago. There's even talks that WWE is interested in having him back into WWE. And with that being said, too, it looks like Juice Robinson did turn it down, which I think makes a lot of sense. I think Juice Robinson is better off right now in New Japan than he would ever be going back to WWE as CJ Parker. That being said, this match I've already seen. I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad match at all. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like, with Cody leaving, right? Just like the Bucks, you kind of see the writing on the wall. Cody will be doing the honors. Again, nothing against Cody. I just know it's gonna happen already. Just like at Final Battle when Cody lost to Jay Lethal. So that being said, I'm gonna go with Juice Robinson getting the win back after 2 years ago losing to Cody in the same Tokyo Dome. So that being said, I'm going with Juice Robinson to become once again the new IWGP US champion. We then get Kushida versus Taiji Ishimori for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. This should be a fun match. It really, really should. Kushida and Taiji Ishimori. Kushida is amazing. Let's be real about it. We all know that already. So is Ishimori. If you've watched him in Impact Wrestling and in Pro Wrestling Noah, you know how good he is as well. Just like the Ospreay and Kota Ibushi match. This could also be one of the matches that could definitely steal the show. That being said, too, there's been talks of Kushida potentially going to WWE. There's talks that WWE's interested in Kushida. I'll be honest, just like Juice Robinson, I don't want to see Kushida go to WWE. I just don't want to see it happen. I in the belief that Kushida should just stay in New Japan. Kushida right now in New Japan is to the junior heavyweights what Tanahashi is to the heavyweights. He's the ace of that division, if you will. That being said, it should be a fun match. But if the idea, what they're saying is true, that Kushida's on his way to WWE, God forbid it's not the case. But if he is, I don't be surprised Taiji Ishimori does indeed walk out of the Tokyo Dome as the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Keep this in mind too, Kushida. You think about it, Wrestle Kingdom 11, he took the L from Yujiro Takahashi, and then he lost the Fatal 4-Way last year. So at the same time, they can even throw him a bone, but we'll see how things go down. But I'm gonna go with Taiji Ishimori to walk out the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. We then have Kazuchika Okada versus Switchblade Jay White. The same Jay White that joined Chaos literally last year. the same one that joined Chaos and even told Okada, hey, don't trust me, I'm going to turn on you. And it happened. It took a while, but it did. You know, Jay White became the U.S. champion, beating Kenny Omega, dropped it to Juice Robinson at the Long Beach show after that. And then Okada, let's be real about it. When you think about this too, right? Let's just keep it 100, okay? For Okada, this is like a downgrade. Okada, is coming into this Wrestle Kingdom, right? From previous Wrestle Kingdoms, he's been in the main event with Tanahashi, Kenny Omega, Naito, and again, upper echelon talent in the main event to now Switchblade Jay White. Nothing against Switchblade Jay White. Honestly, just not my cup of tea. He really isn't. Good talent, don't get me wrong, but he just doesn't, I feel like with Switchblade Jay White, they're rushing him way too much. Just like last year when he faced Tanahashi for the IWGP Intercontinental title. Did anyone really think at the time that he deserved to be in the ring with Tanahashi? Hell no. But as time went on, he did get those wins in the G1 against Okada, against Tanahashi. That being said, this should be, it should be a fun match. The story here is, hey, Okada lost the title to Kenny Omega. He wanted to be on his own. And literally, Jay White from within killed Chaos. Essentially, he killed Chaos from within. And all that being said, I do believe that Okada will get the win. He should get the win. Finally get his revenge for what Jay White did. So that being said, I'm going with Kazuchika Okada. And hashtag fuck Jay White. I'm just saying. Just fuck Jay White. We then get Chris Jericho defending the IWGP Intercontinental title versus Tetsuya Naito. Now, I've been enjoying Jericho's run in New Japan. Even though he's doing the whole Bruiser Brody, brawler style wrestling, which is fine for his age and all that. At the same time, though, he's held this title hostage. He's literally to New Japan with the IWGP Intercontinental title, what Brock Lesnar is to WWE with the Universal title. He's barely there. It's barely seen. That title hasn't been seen in a while. Like, Jericho beat Naito at Dominion, and then he faced Evil a couple months after that, and now here we go. He's facing Tetsuya Naito again. The same title, by the way, that Naito never gave a shit about. Remember, this was like, a couple years ago? Where Naito was guaranteed a world title match against Okada. And they had people vote. What do you want to see in the main event? Okada versus Naito? Or Tanahashi versus Nakamura? And people voted for the Intercontinental title. And ever since that moment, Naito despised the Intercontinental. Remember when he had it? He used to beat the fuck out of it, throw it around, breaking the pieces to the point where Tanahashi, with his own money, restored the IWGP Intercontinental title once he got the belt back. So, in a way, it's like literally a guy who's barely there versus a guy who doesn't give a fuck about the title. That being said, though, Naito's supposed to win. I think Naito finally gets his revenge. He beats Jericho. But it should be a fun brawling match, though, nonetheless. We then get the main event. Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the IWGP World title. The main event. Kenny Omega, who's becoming the new, leader of New Japan. The new school, if you will, versus the old school, right? Tanahashi does not like the direction that New Japan is going with, Kenny Omega and the Elite. How they're attracting more toward the North American audience versus here's Omega, who's trying to bring a change to New Japan, get more eyeballs into New Japan, which he has. You can say we can make the argument. And then on the other side of the coin, there's this talk of Kenny Omega potentially going to WWE. Let's keep it 100. From what I've been hearing, and again, for all we know, it could be rumors and innuendo. There's talk that apparently Vince and Triple H had a meeting with Kenny Omega. Again, take it for what it's worth. For all I know, it could be false. Again, it's just a rumor. And apparently they're finalizing a new deal. And apparently WWE having people like AJ Styles and Xavier Woods to name a few, to speak to Kenny Omega, even Rollins of all people, to speak to Kenny Omega, to convince him to come over to the WWE. At the same time, too, when you think about it, right, the Young Bucks, Cody, are all in talks of leaving to AEW, All Elite Wrestling, right? You think about it, in the whole Elite thing, Kenny wasn't featured in that. It has to be because of the fact that Kenny is still in contract with New Japan. His deal with New Japan does not end until the end of the month. At the same time, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. As someone that's going or is planning on going to the MSG show WrestleMania weekend, that's Ring of Honor in New Japan, I want to see Kenny Omega go into that show as the IWGP champion. I really do. So we can see Kenny Omega versus Kota Ibushi. To be honest with you guys. That's why, in a way, I'm going with Kenny Omega. I think he needs to win. Don't get me wrong, Tanahashi, his story has been amazing. This comeback after taking all these losses in 2017, right? He's back now, and he's getting these wins, right? And he won the G1, and now he's one match away from once again getting back the IWGP World Title, right? He's the ace of New Japan, all that. But really, to be honest, I'm going with Kenny Omega. I think, really, to be honest, and this is what I hope happens, and again, we're living in a what-if situation right now, right? Only one can hope, if you will, that Kenny can sign an extension with this deal with New Japan where he can stay until the MSG show, and then after that, after the MSG show, he's on his way to WWE, or if not, AEW. One or the other. But I want to see Kenny Omega at that Madison Square Garden show, defending that title against Kota Ibushi. Only one can hope, but that's my prediction, guys. As always, give me your thoughts in the comment threads below with your predictions on Wrestle Kingdom 13. Who do you see win these matches? What match are you looking forward to? Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. I will be doing a review this coming Friday, probably before the Team Heel podcast goes live on the air, or if maybe we'll just review it on the air, one or the other, all right? But if you're new to the channel, make sure hit that subscribe button down below, give this video a big old thumbs up, and share this video to your entire social media platforms and all that fun stuff. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. I will see you all in the next video. I will also be doing a Impact Wrestling Homecoming predictions as well, so make sure, again, you're subbed to this channel for all that content to come out. All right, guys, I am out. Have a good night. Peace out, mother flowers.